I'm not a big fan of treading on Lego bricks. It's amazing how this small piece of plastic can cause so much pain when you tread on it with bare feet. And so I avoid it, or I try to avoid it. I take care when the Lego's been out that we put it all away. If I see a stray Lego brick on the floor, I'm not going to wait till I stand on it. I'm going to pick it up and move it out of the way. When I was younger, my mum went further, and if she found a stray Lego brick, she used to fine us 10p for every brick to make sure that we learned to put it away. It's painful, and it's natural to want to avoid pain. Well, anxiety is a bit like pain in that it's a very unpleasant sensation, and it's only natural that we should want to avoid it. If something makes us very anxious, we're going to avoid it. Well, to some extent, that can work really well. Bungee jumping would make me very anxious. I avoid it. I live a pretty full life without bungee jumping. The trouble is, avoidance as a strategy for dealing with anxiety can be very flawed. It's very natural, it's a very instinctive thing to do, but it can be very problematic for two main reasons. One is the more we avoid something, the harder it is to do in the future, the more powerful the reaction of anxiety is, because we've got out of the habit of doing it and we've got into the habit of avoiding doing it. The other problem is the more things we avoid, the smaller our world becomes. Everything gets more restricted because our anxiety is getting in the way and stopping us doing things. Maybe one time we were just avoiding going into central London because it was very busy, but now we can't go into our own town centre. Now, actually, we get a bit anxious even just walking down to the local shops. We don't like going in the supermarket when it's busy. Well, you can get that online anyway, so I might as well. We avoid more and more things until eventually our world can get really quite small because we've stopped doing things, and each step has made our world get smaller. So a question I often put to patients is, what is your anxiety stopping you from doing? And it's really worth thinking about that and thinking, what is it? What are the things? Maybe even write down all the things that your anxiety is stopping you from doing. And then working out which of those are important to you, which of those are ones where actually you don't like the fact that it stops you doing that. You're annoyed about it. If you're annoyed enough about it, you might decide you want to do something about that and to push back against that and start, with help probably, because it's not easy, start pushing back and start doing some of the things that you were avoiding. Now, how you tackle that, probably a cause for another video in terms of, well, how do I start when I'm avoiding so many different things? But the first question is, what are you avoiding? Does it matter to you? And do you want to do something about it?